tiny state in the extreme northeast, Tripura is an abode of different tribes having their own tradition towards socio-economic life, cultural life as well as social stratifications among themselves. The major tribal groups of Tripura are Tripuris, Riangs, Jamatias, Noatias, Halam, Kukis, Chakmas, Mogs, and some other small tribes. Further, all these tribes have different subtribes which are actually subjects of interest of social scientists, anthropologists, and people in general. Halam tribes are obviously a group of tribes and belong to Kuki-Chin ethnic origin. Molsom, which is here the main subject, is known to have been migrated from the Mongolia and the foothills of China and Tibet. They are popularly known as Halam. Other Halam tribes are Kaipeng, Rupini, Murasing, Rangkhwal and others. In the deep and interior forest areas, Molsom live with great communal harmony depending on each other. Their main concentrations are at Udaipur, Amarpur, Kamalpur and Sadar subdivision. It is a universal practice among all tribes in the world to start their struggling for existence from the late night and early dawn. Molsom woman also starts domestic works at early dawn like cleaning of utensils, arrangements cooking, looking after the babies, husking paddy, etc. Similarly, elder men in the family looks after the cattle and poultry birds and prepare themselves to go to the Jum field. After taking food, all male and female members along with villagers often and on go to work in Jum. After sunrise, mother having breastfeeding babies and children looks after her baby. Elder women and men engage themselves for kitchen gardening and during leisure time take traditional smoking to rest for a while. Male members takes hard works of the family like constructions of dwelling hut, making fencing of homestead land, making of separate storerooms for firewood, animals shed, etc. Molsom's tongue, houses in their language is known as Chungin. They live in clustered village nearest to Jum field and the regions. Thereby, they frequently shift their dwellings in search of Jum land. Jum culture in forest embankment therefore sustain their economic stability and primary demand of food. Father in the family is the authoritarian head who usually take decision for the well-being of the family. Molsom mother always keep a bondage among the children and play major role in family decisions on socio-economic issues. Young girls and boys in the family assists their father and mother in any sorts of work of the family. When elder boys and father moved for Zoom, oldest members and children above 15 years are used to go nearby forest for collection of firewood, wild edible plants and roots, leaves of different forest species and bamboo shoots, etc. Molsom are also fond of rice beer and country liquor, which are essential in all of their traditional rites and rituals. Elderly women generally prepare such country liquor in traditional process out of rice and other byproducts of leaf and roots. Molsom gives highest importance for zooming in the interior forest wherein muli bamboos are grown. Thus groups of villagers move to the forest during the early part November for selection of land to be covered under zoom. They divide land among themselves according to the members under each family. During the month of March, they again move at the site of selected zoom areas and after observing pujas and other rites collectively clean the forest by cutting jungle and bushes. After 10 to 15 days, Molsom once again meet in the jewel field and burn the jungle and bushes to ashes. On an auspicious day, each family member sows seeds of paddy, vegetables, fruits of various kinds in the demarcated land. Rites related with sowing of seeds are also done by the Ochai, wherein pig and other poultry birds are scarified for bulk production of crops. Weeding works also done by them periodically. During weeding, young boys and girls sing song and group dance is arranged by them as tradition. On the way back to the village, they collect bamboo shoot, firewood, vegetable, leaf of various plants, wild potato, etc. for family consumption. Molsom marriage takes place at the age of 18 for boys and 15 to 16 for girls. In most of the occasion, marriage occurs on negotiation in between the guardians of both the bridegroom's father and bride's father in presence elderly persons. In such case, the bridegroom's father along with other relatives visits bride's house with 2 bottles of country liquor and langi as token of honor, which is well known as rice beer. During discussion, the proposed bride come before elder persons and take blessings of all relatives. If both the party agrees, date is fixed for the marriage after a general feast and consumption of liquor. On the day of marriage, large gathering of relatives and villagers takes place. The Ochai perform some rites before the bride and bridegroom, wherein hands are sacrificed for the family peace and prosperity.
Tena thong karang mi bidang ko si prible pil na rupang kan atnaw.
Acha semua ata ekdum clear.
Ochai chant mantras as per their tradition. This function is done in the courtyard.
Arung terting kan meru. Terting apa buka? Sok kala. Anu ngawan tu tinu kau ha. Ngawan tu juy. Duri.
Ain mara kan tu bai. Akan jamak.
After the marriage, a small rites is also done inside dwelling wherein the Ochai chant mantra and bride and bridegroom jointly bow down before the Ochai. Holy water then poured upon their head. Ochai thereafter declared them as legal husband and wife. Other form of marriage among the Molsom are known as love marriage, marriage by elopement and marriage by exchange. Molsom have their own traditional village administrative system. Rai is their chief, who is assisted by the Galim and others. All sort of disputes among themselves on issues of Jum field and crops, homestead land issues, marriage and divorce issues, illicit and extramarital relation issues, and many others are solved by the village head. Molsom's child rearing ways do not differ from other tribes. But during pregnancy period and at that time of delivery of a child, they follow different pujas and rites for smooth delivery of child.
Abu sai, hinau tia hi adunga khang chang lo tanin sa kon chogo, kai ma to chong chang ma sipung to chong ko po to chong chang cha, hin chok ro, mole hi kai man ti hin tan chang si chunau tia adunga khang chang lo tanin chogo, ho, ajok tamo.